Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome to the first episode of the Road to Division 1. No, this isn't FIFA, it's Dirt 4. So this is one of the competitive multiplayer features. So you have to beat as many people as you can. You can see I'm Division 3 Tier 7. You get 7 points there and I get promoted up into a higher tier, higher division. That is the idea. So we are in a rally race here against 3 other people. So of course the idea, do your best, beat as many people as you can, and you earn more points. And if you lose against other people, you lose points. So at the moment I haven't done anything, I haven't played this mode yet, and well, that is an absolutely amazing start to our Road to Division 1 career. Crashing on the very first corner, losing maybe, I don't know, about 5-6 seconds just on the first corner alone. So this is Spain, one of the 5 locations in the game. At the halfway mark, we can see on the left hand side there, shows the progress of the players. Someone is like miles behind, as you can see, haven't even got to the first split. I think they're probably actually retired from the race or just completely damaged their car. So I've actually caught up with the other guys in this race. They're maybe just 2-3 seconds up ahead, but you can't see anyone, of course. Everyone is technically invisible. The only way you can see them is on the splits on the top right of the screen and on their little triangle on the left hand side there. So it is actually a very close little battle, and at the end of the stage here, it's actually incredibly close as you come towards the finish, just trying to maximise the last couple of corners. Spain is technically, for me, it's the easiest of the 5 different locations because of the tarmac. It actually makes it very easy to keep the car under control. As we come up to the finish, it looks like I'm going to be finishing this stage in 2nd place. And actually, yes, just throwing in a roll there for the cameras, why the hell not. So yeah, just 2.3 seconds off of the lead. We move to the 2nd stage of 2. So just 2 stages in each rally. So I have an opportunity to retake the lead here if I can just beat that guy by 2.3 seconds. So my approach really here is just to make sure I don't make too many mistakes. It's something I notice I do quite a lot. I push maybe a little bit too much and end up crashing far too often. And I lose maybe sometimes like 10 seconds in just one accident. Whereas if I just slow down a little bit and got through, maybe losing a little bit of time of course for going slower, but not losing 10 seconds for crashing. So just finding that different approach, just finding that balance between pushing too hard and being very careful. Finding that balance is key to success, I think, in this game. Now coming through towards the halfway mark, that is my mistake. It's happened, guys, it has happened. The Super GT mistake has reared its ugly head, and halfway through the stage I'm, well, a couple of seconds down on that guy, but we still have half the stage to go, so the opportunity is there to try and make this back. That's probably the worst hairpin I've ever taken in my entire life, but coming through, we've gone through the final split. I am about 1.1 seconds up, so I do have the opportunity here to actually win this whole rally. I just need another 1.2 seconds in this final split, so I definitely need to take this as best as I can to try to get back ahead of that guy overall, on overall time. Definitely going to win the stage now. Last corner, downhill left, and over the line we go. Is it going to be fast enough? We are going to have a quick look here, and yes, 3 seconds behind. So overall finishing the first stage in first, kicking off our career with the first place, and as you can see here, adding 3 points, 7 points needed for promotion to the next tier. Just going to change the setup slightly on the car, changing the toe-in angles. I felt like the car could just turn in a little bit sharper, so just changing the toe-in on the front and rear wheels. So we then move to our 2nd rally. So a couple more competitors in here. There's a very good French guy in this race, and he's going to be the one to beat, definitely. It wasn't the same guy from the previous one. So just going to, again, try and take it easy if I can. We saw from the previous rally, I made a couple of mistakes which lost me valuable time. Did win it overall, but probably lucky to do so. So coming up to maybe about a third of the way into the stage, well, I talk about not making mistakes. That sign really saved me from falling off that cliff and my inevitable death. But just getting away with that one. Did lose a couple of seconds though, of course. Halfway mark here. Still just behind the guy in the lead. But just around here, just kicking my back wheels onto the bank. It's going to flip me round. And again, 3-4 seconds lost. So at the end, TES Lucio Sport, the Frenchman, winning that one comfortably. As I come up to the line then, and sometimes they don't give you much space to slow down, but yeah, 7.4 seconds the gap to the lead. As we can see, the split 2 time there, I was 12 seconds slower. That's where I made my big mistake. So definitely without that mistake, could have definitely have won that stage. But we go again. 12 seconds, or sorry, 7 seconds is honestly probably too much to make up. Just hoping that the other guy makes a mistake, if anything. All I can do really, go for the stage win and hope that the other guy has some sort of accident. I think sometimes if you just get ahead on the map, at least just make the other guy think, just make him aware of your presence in the lead, basically. And the other guy might start trying too hard. We can only see though. Time will tell, I suppose. Through the hairpin nicely. Gear selection is very crucial. So on these open hairpins, second or third gear, this car revs very high in second gear. It might sound like I'm revving the car too much, but if you shift up to third too early, the car doesn't really accelerate with low revs in third gear. So just absolutely revving the crap out of the engine in second gear to make sure I maximise acceleration. Coming towards the end of the stage then, I am momentarily ahead here, 0.6 of a second over the final split. So just a couple of more corners left to go and I might be able to win this stage. I think I was on fire at the end of this stage actually, doing really well. Just grinding the barrier there, actually didn't lose me too much time. And then coming up to the finish line, it was 0.6 at the final split, and at the end 1.1, so I gained another 0.5. But overall, we lost too much time on the first rally or the first stage. It's going to be a second. So first, then a second. We're getting progressively worse, and we gained 2 points, so 5 overall. 2 more needed to get promoted into the next tier. There are the drivers. So we have that TS Lucio Sport once again, the winner of the previous stage. But we aren't at Spain this time, we are in Australia, so a bit of dirt to handle now. So of course we have to adjust our driving style around here. You can throw the cars around the corners a little bit more. I think you can get the car a little bit more sideways around here, whereas at Spain on the tarmac you want to make sure you're keeping the car relatively pitched neutrally. You don't want to be sliding it too much. Around here the dirt kind of lends itself to sliding. Now at around about the third way mark, this is where the Super GT mistake comes in. There it has happened. Luckily didn't lose too much time from that, just a casual little side flip, why the hell not. Now this little corner coming up here is going to pose me a little problem as well though, so not one mistake but 2 this time. As you can see they're just hitting the bank on the right hand side, and it's just going to throw me off to the left through the trees, and again valuable couple of seconds lost. So as we come up to the end, I'm going to cross the line second, but I think I had a penalty there. So we can have a look as we slow up to the marshal. 7 seconds behind Lucio Sport once again, but I did have a 4-second penalty for a car reset, as you can see there. So 3 seconds behind JDMX, who finishes second overall for that stage. We have 1 stage left. Try and salvage our second place. I don't think Lucio Sport can be beaten unless again he makes a mistake, but I was hoping for that in the previous rally and it didn't happen. So opening the stage with a fairly fast run there. Now this location is fairly forgiving in the sense that you just have a lot of grass on the side, so you can often go wide a little bit and be saved by the fact that there isn't a massive rock or a cliff on the side. So sometimes Australia can be very forgiving compared to, let's say, Wales. Sometimes you've got some big drops there, and Sweden where you've got the big snowbanks. Luckily I haven't actually come across Sweden yet, because that's definitely my worst location. Really bad in the snow. That's definitely by a long shot my worst surface. The dirt isn't too bad though. Probably the tarmac is my favourite. Probably naturally so, given that I'm probably more into the track racing like Forza. Probably the tarmac does suit me a bit more. But we're about a third of the way into this stage, and it's usually the time when the Super GT mistake comes out. Is it going to happen though? Let's have a look. It looks like I'm just about okay, just grazing the bank there, but not flipping over, fortunately. Now we're towards the end of the stage here, and just going in there a little bit too hot, smashing that tree in the side. By looking at the progress marker on the left hand side, it looks like I'm still just about in the lead. So this one's going to be interesting to see if I can cross the line in first place. Not long left to go, maybe half of this split left to go. A right 2 coming up. Sometimes the turns aren't always consistent, so a right 2 normally I'd brake quite heavily for, but that one wasn't too bad. And then over the line, fairly decent final split. But just like the previous race, well, as you can see, they're the final results. 8 tenths ahead of second, but I got another 4-second penalty, which I didn't show you, but I did get a 4-second penalty, unfortunately, for resetting the car. And, well, third place overall, so I went first, second and third, got progressively worse, but I have been promoted up into tier number 6, Division 3, so that's going to take quite a while to go up to the first one. So do let me know if you want to see more of this, and I can certainly continue. But I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know if you did. Subscribe for more like this, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.